Madu, I need some more leads.
No, you need a better offer. It's just that simple. Well, assuming that you've watched this, you already know how we walk you through creating an actually irresistible offer. We call them DUH offers: distinguishable, understandable, and helpful. And now you're like, okay, where do I get some leads? Once you have a great offer, this is a great place to start for getting leads. Even if you're not just getting started, you can use this strategy. If you're in a slump right now and you just want a cash injection, do this. The first step is understanding our most simple funnel, which means you start with a conversation, that conversation moves over to the phone, and then you sell. That's it. Everything else that we're ever going to talk about is just a more robust version built upon that. Get someone's contact, send them a message, move that message to a call, sell your services. Boom. That's all you need to make money. You can always make more dynamic, robust funnels as well. But when it comes to this first step of just getting leads, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a list of 100 people. You're going to make a little jacuzzi. This is a hot pool. There's a pool of people, and there's different types of leads. We've got hot leads, which are people who are interested in your services. We've got warm leads, which are people who might be interested in your services, and cold leads, people who don't know who you are. So we're going to make a little warm pool, a little jacuzzi, and that is you're going to make a list of 100 people that might be interested in your services. Now, you don't know if they are or not. This is 100 people that you know of or that you can find that might be interested in your services. Now, that could be, you could go through your contacts, you can go through your social medias. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but you're going to find 100 names. Put it on a piece of paper, put it on a document. And assuming that you have some way to contact them, either you have their number from contact, you either have a way to DM them on a social platform, whatever the case might be, you're going to find 100 people and you're going to start a conversation with them. Now, in other videos, we get more into how to make the conversation as seamless and smooth and some different scripts. But in simple, you're going to find one thing about them that you appreciate, and you're going to use that to start the conversation and ultimately asking them this or that questions. Hey, are you this? Are you that? And finding out what they're interested in. That means you have to do a little research, see what they post about, etc. Find a genuine appreciation. Ask them this or that questions to get the ball rolling. You can start with some rapport. Hey, what got you into that? Where do you live, etc. But start asking some questions that's going to get them in conversation with you. Now, if you send 100 messages, who knows how many you're going to respond, but you are going to do some follow-up. If somebody doesn't respond to you in about a day, 2 days, you send a follow-up message. And I'll give you an example of how to do these follow-ups in a minute, but you're going to do 3 follow-ups. And if you don't hear from someone after 3, then leave it. But you're going to you're going to find 100 people, step number 1. Step number 2 is you're going to message 100 people. And get the conversation going. Now, once you got that conversation going, your only goal is to pre-qualify, which means to figure out if they are even someone worth hopping on a call with. And even if you're beginning, just get them on a call anyway. And then you're moving them to a call. So a little bit of pre-qualifying to see if it's even a fit, and then move them over to a call. Now, there's a million ways to do it. I'll give you an example here in a minute, but on that call, you always figure out what they want. You get clarity about them. You don't talk about your program. You don't even talk about you. You're just asking questions about them because we are the most interesting topics in our lives. That's just how it is. It's what it means to be human. Once you've got that conversation and once you got that rapport, you move them over to a phone call. And then from that phone call, once you figure out if it even is a good fit, then everyone you speak with will be one of 3 things, okay? So if it's a good fit on that call, and you're like, this person seems like someone I could really help given my skill set, then they'll be a current client. You pitch them. If they're not a current client, but they are someone that's seemingly interested, but now's just not the time, then they'll become a future client. Or potentially, even if they're not interested now and they don't know if they're interested later, they still might become a future client. Now, if they're like, I don't want what you have to offer, not now and not ever, cool, then they're a referral. Even if they want what you have to offer, you can still get a referral out of them. But everyone you speak with can be one of those 3 things, okay? They're either a current client, yes, let's do it, when can we start? A future client, hey, I'm not in a position to do this right now, but I would like to do it in the future, great. I don't want to work with you, cool, who do you know that is? Everyone you speak with, you can get at least 1, if not 3, if not many other referrals and calls out of that. So out of those 100 people that you speak with, a handful of them you actually get on the phone with or speak with, and out of those that you do speak with, even if it's not a fit, you could at least get a few referrals out of them. A couple examples of how you could do that is, let's go back to the actual sequence of the messaging. Once you get the conversation started, hey, saw that you're into this. What got you into that? Blah, blah, blah. Build some rapport, get the conversation started, and then ask them niche-related questions to what you can help them with. So let's say if it's around health and wellness, hey, it looks like you practice traditional Chinese medicine. Is that something? Do you practice that for yourself, or you just receive? Whatever the case might be, you're just starting to figure out what someone's situation is through this or that questions. Make it easy for people to answer. Hey, are you this or are you that? And if they're neither, then they'll let you know. I'm actually neither. I'm this. You get the conversation moving eventually to figure out if they're pre-qualified, which depending on what you do and how you're helping someone, the example will change. But let's say if you're helping someone that practices alternative medicine grow their business, then the question might be, hey, so do you currently run your own practice, or do you work for someone else's practice? Okay, cool. And then according to how they answer, you have a new set of this or that questions. Okay, cool. You run your own practice. Like, is it flowing the way that you want, or do you find yourself often looking for more clients? Okay, you're looking for more clients. And like that, you just break down to figure out if it's even a fit and if it's even worth hopping on a call with them. And if it is, and again, if you're just beginning, it is worth getting on the call just for the sake of the experience, then you get on a call. Hey, it's easier to just, would you mind moving this conversation over a call? It's a little bit easier. A couple things I want to explore a little bit more with you. Or, hey, I've got this thing that I offer. I'd love to just gift you a free session. Don't worry, I'm not going to sell you anything. When can you hop on a call? Whatever way that's within integrity for you, as long as you're not lying, of course. It's integrity. That's going to get someone on the call with you. Then you move them there. You start to have a conversation. You ask them the sales questions. What do you want? Why don't you have it? What happens if you don't get it? How serious are you to getting it? Etc. And then if they're like a fit, then you can pitch them. Hey, this is my program. What questions do you have to see if it would be a fit for you? If that's if it's not a fit and they're like, nope, I actually don't want what you have. Cool. Who do you know that might be interested in what I have to offer? Oh, I have to think about it. That's cool. Do you have a minute now? Could we talk about it now? And just rather than taking some separate time away from now, maybe we just take 30 seconds, and anyone that's on your mind, you just give me their first name. How's that sound? Fair enough? Make it easier for you. You don't have to take separate time to think about it. Well, yeah, okay. But I can only think of one person. That's cool. I got a few more minutes if you want to think of some more. Whatever you got to do. Get some referrals. Just get things moving. If you actually have faith in yourself to be able to help others, then you can be direct. Hey, I'm freaking great at what I do. Find someone that I can help. I know you know someone that I could help. Now, if your offer's too general, then of course people aren't going to give you referrals. What do I refer people to you? I don't even know what you do. Make sure that your offer works. Then you can get into the strategy for lead flow. Start this way. A list of 100 people. Reach out to 100 of them. Do a follow-up. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Second, if they don't respond, the second message that you send can be a little bit more direct. Hey, I'm doing this thing on that about this. Are you interested? And like that, you start the conversation. If they still don't respond, then the third one I like to say is you apologize. You become a little apologetic. Hey, I realize this can be a little spammy. Please forgive me if I came off as like weird, spammy. I'm just trying to connect with my people here on social, or connect with people, all my contacts, however way you're reaching out to them. And usually if you take that approach, you're like, oh, no, it's okay. Don't spam. And you can even say something like, hey, listen, if you're not interested in communicating, no problem. Could you just let me know? Because if so, I'll make sure I take you out of contacts, or make sure I don't follow up with you on here, whatever it might be. And more often than not, people are like, oh, no, it's okay, and get into it. So most people you can get to respond that way. The people who do respond, you get many of them over to a call. Everyone that you get on a call with, worst case scenario is you get a bunch of experience, what it's like to hop on a call with people. Best case scenario is a bunch of them want what you have, and you offer your services and you sell them. Easy peasy. Get your first handful of clients, or if you're in a slump, this is how you get some clients pretty quickly.